Good morning. Happy New Year. Excuse me. We are into the second week of the month. As you know, I was away for a bit of a time. I ended up catching a cold on the last couple days of the event, the cruise that I was on, and so I have a runny nose and a scratchy throat. So if I sound weird, I apologize. So today, you can see that the Dow started way down, 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 rose a little bit, not going positive, but improved from being down like 350 points, rose a little bit, and now is kind of down a little bit again and just kind of flat, down 258 points. The NASDAQ, on the other hand, was down and back and forth, trying to go positive, and finally seems as if it slipped above and is inching its way up. The S&P way down, rose, got close to the zero line, back and forth, and is still trying to inch its way back up over the zero line. Hadn't gotten there yet. And the Russell is in the same category as the Dow, meaning that it was down, it rose a little bit, dropped more, and now is rising, but it is down the second highest percent. You can see that the Dow is at 0.5 and the Russell is at 0.3. And even the NASDAQ here, as I'm speaking, has gone negative again. It was up and now has slipped. So it is hard to know how this is all going to play out today. That there is some political stuff going on between Trump and the Fed Chair Powell, uh, talking about bringing some, uh, I guess, court case kind of things against him. Um, so we will, gosh, see how that plays out. On the carpet here, just before the market opened, this was totally red. The only green one on here was Walmart, and it was green. Everything else was red. So now a few more green ones have popped up. A couple of these black ones are like right at the zero line, getting ready maybe to go positive. They are some of the ones that are bringing about these swings where it's positive, negative, up and down, are created by these black ones. All right, well, I am going to look at what the big picture looks like. I'll skip over here. This is the Dow Weekly, and you can see here that oh gosh, so sorry. Each of these candles is a week. And so you can see the last 4 weeks have been up and down, up and down, up and down. Last week was up pretty nice. Brought it up here to R1, and then now has pulled back at this point because so far this week is down. We scrolled up here and look, it's still down 223 at this point. The little green bars here are tapering down. The fins, in a sense, it's still well above the 100 line and all. So this is not saying that this is going to be a really down week. but it has started off bearish. All right, come down here and see what's happening. This is still in the P3 strength stage. You can see that there's been lots of wobbles here. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And green line is still way up here on top. And this is still rising. So even though there's these wobbles that have happened, you can see here in these little blue blocks that up and down, it is still bullish. PPO is still to the upside. Green line is still well above the red line. And there's still underneath strength with this ADX rising. So if we have a down day today, and it stays down, and then we have a down day tomorrow, and so on, so that it looks like the week is going to end up more bearish, then this could turn and start looking like, okay, this rise that we've been experiencing for a month or so is maybe wrapping up. But at the moment, the PPO is still up. Green line is still well above, way up here, and this is still rising. So this is saying that no matter what is happening here, it looks like we are still bullish. And you can see that this has improved from where we looked just a few minutes ago. That it's been back and forth between 207 and 206. And so it is trying to recover 201. So it could be that the bearishness that started the day is going to meld and become more modest, and overall that the indices will inch their way back up. I'm going to peek one more time, and then I'm going to wrap this up. You can see the Dow here started pulling back and now is heading up. The NASDAQ is down a little bit lower than it was, but still is inching its way up. S&P is still red. Russell is still red. So we're just going to have to see how this day plays out and see if the indices recover. That when you have these kinds of swings, and I should just probably say this is a period of time when you sit back and you don't really trade. You would not be profitable getting into a trade here thinking, oh, it's dropping, I'm going to make money in a put. And here it is rising. You would not get into a trade and say, ooh, I'm going to make money on a call. The swings are a time when you sit back, you relook at charts, you kind of amend things. You can use it as a learning experience time and so on. And then you zero in when things show that they're shifting and there is a more positive or a more negative time playing out where you get into puts. I'm not stuck on just being positive, but to have gotten into a put when it was down here this morning, you would be suffering because it now has gone up and has lost 150 points or so. So you want to wait until you see patterns confirm and to play out. And that is what I do. That is what I do every day, all day, is watch and guide you. All right, well, I am going to wrap this up. Again, I apologize for sounding so funky. And hopefully I will be on the mend over the next couple days. Take care now.